I'm stupid, you're smart. I was wrong, you were right. You're the best, I'm the worst. You're very good looking, I'm not attractive.
All right. As long as you're willing to admit that.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. One of the worst, most pernicious elements of the modern day political landscape that has become so hyperpolarized, is like breaking at the ends, is dehumanization, where anyone who's ever worn a red MAGA hat is deserving of prison, right? They shouldn't be allowed to walk the streets freely. Okay, everyone's an insurrectionist, and it's all of it, right? And it's something that is a breaking point, truly, because actually everyone is just human. I would argue that everyone, including a lot of people that we talk smack about on this program, right? You know, because this is our fight and your fight. But really, like, the vast majority of them are just humans. And some of them might be lizard people, and I think some of them are demons. But I think the vast majority of people are just human beings, and they're motivated by sort of the same things that we're motivated. Again, and they need to be treated like that. And actually, we probably agree on a lot more than we disagree on. It's pretty remarkable when you talk about just the elements of America first, and not spending money abroad on foreign wars, and like spending money here at home and protecting and investing here in the American homeland and heartland. Like, how important that is, how valuable that is, and how like that kind of brings people together. Accountability for our government, you know, get out the corruption. Like, most people agree on that kind of stuff. And so it's these sort of humanizing moments that the elites that want to keep us divided don't ever want us to have. And so they'll slander and smear you in any way that they possibly can if you're trying to actually create consensus. Why they hate what's happening with RFK. They hate the Tulsi Gabbards endorsed Donald Trump. They hate the fact that some of the biggest and brightest people in Silicon Valley have gone over to Trump's side and are either endorsing him or tacitly saying, well, he's an American badass and we should all be on his side. Something humanizing happened that they couldn't control. Maybe they tried to control it, but it didn't work out. The assassination attempt of Donald Trump. They wanted Trump to eat a bullet on live TV. They wanted an on-air execution of populism in America. And it has failed. And in fact, what we got was this just spectacular moment of President Trump, blood pouring down his face, saying, fight, fight, fight. You know, it's these moments that anyone watches and just goes, I mean, I might have spent $400 million against you illegally in the last election. Zuckerberg did do those things. But actually, you're a badass. And I'd never spend another dollar against you again. Zuckerberg reportedly told Trump that after the attack, I will never vote for the people running against you after watching what you did. Meta spokesperson clarified Zuckerberg is not endorsing any candidate in the 2024 election. That's fine. Zuckerberg told him, there's no way I can vote for a Democrat after Trump survived the shooting. Zuckerberg effectively said the same thing, like in an interview.
I've done some stuff personally in the past. I'm not planning on doing that this time. And that includes, not endorsing either of the candidates. Now, look, I mean, there's obviously a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. I mean, the historic events over the last, over the weekend. And I mean, on a personal note, it's, seeing Donald Trump get up after getting shot in the face and pump his fist in the air with the American flag is one of the most badass things I've ever seen in my life.
So we hear from people at Facebook that Mark Zuckerberg is actually far more based, and actually some of the wayward problems at Facebook have been some of the deputies and generals that have been around him that have been like far extreme left wingers, and you're only as good really as your support staff. And that some of the changes that have been made at Meta have been Zuckerberg reasserting control and wishing to make it more of a free speech platform. Well, anyway, that's what people tell us. We don't know. We've never met Mark Zuckerberg, never spoken to Mark Zuckerberg, and we're not sure. We know that there's been mass censorship, and that Zuckerberg actually went out and apologized for that. Other people who have been apologizing for their past misdeeds have been The Rock. It's amazing what this assassination attempt has done. The Rock praises Trump's strength following assassination attempt. We all wanted to see that. This is an incredible clip that is rocketing around the internet right now. It's from our friend Patrick Bet David. at a valuetainment conference where he's interviewing The Rock. And The Rock says, Trump used to watch me wrestle at Madison Square Garden. It was great. He tells these nice stories about him. And then he says that Donald Trump's the real winner. This is from the guy who led the endorsement of Joe Biden last time. What a world.
He used to come watch me wrestle all the time, Madison Square Garden. It was great. First time I saw him, he said, let me see the eyebrows. Got it, there it is. That's cool. So he was a fan. He wanted you as a fan. Oh, yeah. That's cool. He used to come to Madison Square Garden all the time. Big sports. Whether you love Donald, you don't love Donald, it doesn't matter. What tried to assassinate him? There's no room for that. And yes, despite it being who we were in that moment, I still believe in my core that is not who we are as a country. So him standing up in that moment, you wanted to see that.
Pretty wild. You wanted to see that. This is a lead clip. I look forward to the full quality and listen to the full conversation. But you're doing the reverse Jack Black here, where the richest and smartest people in the entertainment industry are saying, no, actually what Donald Trump did was badass. We should celebrate it. We should de-escalate. And we need to actually call for consensus. Donald Trump is the consensus candidate. Democrats are the extremists in this election. And the people who've totally lost step with the American people. This is why The Rock is out apologizing for his support, now sort of hyping Trump, right? This was a weird interview. How about that ovation Trump gets when he walks out? The fans go big. They go big, no question. The Rock saying how powerful Trump is, and then apologizing for endorsing
You
Biden.
made that endorsement in 2020. Are you happy with the state of America?
Am I happy with the state of America right now? Well, that answer is no. Do I believe we're going to get better? I believe in that. I'm an optimistic guy, and I believe we can get better. The endorsement that I made years ago with Biden was one I thought was the best decision for me at that time. And I thought back then, when we talk about, hey, I'm in this position where I have some influence, and it's my job then. I felt like that then. It's my job now to exercise my influence and share with this is who I'm going to endorse. Am I going to do that again this year? That answer is no.
That answer is absolutely no. Another vector for Donald Trump getting new endorsements have been the indictments. Donald Trump's been pulling down a slew of endorsements from the rapper community, including but not limited to Amber Rose, of course, who has 27 million followers on Instagram. Lil Pump, multiple rappers actually getting Donald Trump's mugshot tattooed on them, and Donald Trump calling Lil Pump Little Pimp. This is one of my favorite moments. One of my favorite moments ever. It's pretty remarkable. You have this wild situation. Look at this. This is another rapper Badman Cavo, who gets a Donald Trump. This is Donald Trump's face on his thigh, getting a Donald Trump. Benny the Butcher, no relation. Although I would totally wear that chain. Gotta have that chain. Give me that chain. Also endorsing Trump, along with a bunch of other people. It's cool to back Trump again. It's actually, if you're a masculine individual in America, or if you're somebody who just wishes to protect yourself and your family, it's the only candidate that you can choose. That's it. And don't take it from me, and don't take it from The Rock. Take it from a much better wrestler than The Rock, and a much bigger icon than Zuck, and that would be Hulk Hogan.
But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero and they tried to kill the next president of the United States? Enough was enough, and I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.